Welcome, phenomenal Bills fans. This how disgusting was this game? One of the main reasons I felt like that we lost this game was because of our coaching. I felt like it was stubbornness. Zach Wilson is among the worst or the worst quarterbacks in the entire NFL versus pressure. And they threw up a statistic up there that versus pressure, whenever we blitzed him and got pressure on him, he was 2 of 6 and had one strip sack fumble. Without pressure, the guy was 12 of 13. And still, Leslie Frazier refused to change his game plan and blitz Zach Wilson. And this reminds me of the Indianapolis Colts game last year when Jonathan Taylor was running all over us. But we still kept the same amount of people on the line and didn't try to stop the run at all. I know that we have a number one defense and we have a great defense and it's been working out so far. But the problem is in the NFL and anything in life where they're competing against you, they study you and they adapt, they learn, and they can beat you doing that. Teams are studying what we're doing. They're trying to figure us out. And so you have to change things up. And Leslie Frazier, you had the perfect opportunity to show some nuance today, to show some electricity, some creativity with your blitzes, with your blitzing scheme, using Von Miller, making putting disguised coverages, disguised blitzes in Zach Wilson's face, and you didn't do it. Zach Wilson is not going to be a newbie forever. While he is on a game like this, we needed to do that, but still, they stuck to the same game plan on defense. We're just expecting four rushers to do, four pass rushers to put pressure on Zach Wilson all day, and that would be enough. It's not every single time. Adjust, adapt, add creativity to the scheme, Leslie Frazier. Josh Allen, gosh damn. The guy was 18 for 34 today for 205 yards passing. No passing touchdowns. He had 9 rushes for 86 yards, close to a 100-yard game and two rushing touchdowns. This game also falls heavily on Josh Allen. Ah, I feel like we're reverting back to the 2018 Josh Allen. He has gotten into the point where he thinks that he is the only person on offense that's going to be able to do anything for the damn team. He has all of our touchdowns in the entire season except for 2. So he's not wrong. And until our offensive coordinator starts calling and coming up with a creative running game or a short, a screen game, or we start dumping it off in the flats, getting Naheem Hines into the mix and James Cook into the mix in the flats. So Josh Allen's going to continue to feel like he has to carry the weight of the entire team, and he may he may think he has to make plays like that. But in the last 2 games, he's had 4 interceptions, and today it could have been 5. And those were some of the worst interceptions that he's ever thrown in his career. And it's going to be some of the easiest interceptions those defensive players ever have. Matt Milano, the manimal. We didn't have him today, and it completely, totally, and utterly showed. I think it was 2 seasons ago when he had to miss a total of 4 games here and there. And in those 4 games, we were 0-4. And today he wasn't there, and we lost again. And you can see the tremendous impact he has in the middle of the field. If they break through that front line when Matt Milano's not there, they're breaking through. They're getting an extra 10, 15, it could be 20 yards. It's tough when we don't have Matt Milano. Von Miller really stepped up today. He was a great player on our team. He stood out. Stephon Diggs stood out. The problem was Stephon Diggs didn't have any catches in the second half. Oh my God, how is that possible? Oh, one of the reasons it's possible is because the Jets had our number. And imagine if they Brad Brees Hall. They knew they've been figuring us out. We had to be more creative, like I said, with our offensive play calling, but they ran the ball a ton and ate up a bunch of clock time. So we didn't get very many as many opportunities as we normally do. But Stephon Diggs had five receptions on 10 targets for 93 yards. I mean, Stephon Diggs did really well. But other than that, we also have other offensive weapons. Do they forget we have Dawson Knox, Naheem Hines, who we just traded for and barely and gave him literally, I think it was like five. He had five targets the entire game. He had 4 rushes and 1 target. In that time we targeted him deep, he had his man beat by 3 yards. Josh Allen just barely overthrew it. We have to get him more involved with the game. We have to start opening up the flats, opening up the middle part, the short part of the field, the easy dump offs, so we don't have to be so reliant on those 15 to 20-yard passes, those 10 and longer passes. Because when you come up against a team like the New York Jets, who have a great secondary, then you could lose. You have to have other weapons, other options, and other ideas to beat teams who have your number on what makes you, who have your number on your best trait. Oh, but the Jets, like, if we're gonna be losing to any freaking team in the AFC East, I would rather it be the New York Jets. They've also been through the depths of hell. They've had bad luck. They've had injuries. They've had the way worse. They've had horrible luck. Hel- Absolute hilarity of embarrassment throughout the years. So if we are going to lose to an AFC East team, I'd rather it be the Jets. I would rather it be the Bills and the Jets atop the AFC. That's for sure. So, Jets fans, if you're out there, you guys played a damn good game today, man. Y'all deserved this win. The same thing what the Patriots did to the Jets is what we could have done. We needed to confuse Zach Wilson, but instead we just played the same damn thing he's seen on film he's watched every single one of our games all season, studied on film, and we put the same damn plays out there. He knew what we were going to do. It wasn't complicated. Leslie Frazier, get more creative with your damn play calling. Well, this was an absolutely disgusting game. I'm not in a great mood today. And normally I'm a positive guy. I am. But you cannot fake positivity. When bullshit like this happens, you have to punch it in the face to make sure it gets corrected next time. And if there's one thing I know about our team, and especially Josh Allen, the guy will correct his mistakes. We've seen a history of it. You would have thought he would have done it after the Packers game, but I think it took an actual loss versus the Jets game before him to say, hey, I'm being way too ridiculous with my passes, and especially with my passes that are turning into interceptions. I cannot do that anymore. Be more professional. Be more active. Be more mature. And you know what? Let's put Naheem Hines into the play. Let's put James Cook and hit the flat and see what they can do out there. It doesn't always have to be a laser to Stephon Diggs or a bomb to Gabe Davis. And by the way, Gabe Davis, bro, where have you been? We need you. If you're just an average receiver who's not going to show up and be able to get open in any NFL game except for two, then we are pretty much screwed. It can't be all on Stephon Diggs because all they got to do is double cover him. You have to get open. Gabe Davis has been a ghost lately. He had one huge game, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, but other than that, the guy has been ghosting us. What is up with Gabe Davis? And if Gabe Davis can't get it done, then we put more emphasis and targets into Naheem Hines. That guy is a dynamic weapon. We picked him up for a reason. He can take it to the house at any time. He's a great pass catcher. He can run, he can play in the slot, he can play in the backfield, he returns punts, kickoffs. He has to be more part of the playbook, of the game plan next week. Make it happen. Be more creative with the plays, Buffalo. Change things up, Leslie Frazier. And Josh Allen, no more stupid mistakes. We know that you have it in you. And we play the Minnesota Vikings next week, guys. And the last I looked, they were 6-1. And if there's any time that you want to play a 6-1 team or a really good team, it's going to be after a loss. That means our players are in there, humbled, hungry, studying. They've learning from their mistakes, and they're going to be ready for this game versus the Minnesota Vikings. Okay, phenomenal Bills fans, please go ahead. Make sure you like the video. Number one, subscribe to a fellow Bills Mafia brother, spreading the Buffalo love to thousands of people out there. Thank you for the giant feedback you had on my Naheem's Hines video. It has over 1,600 views and over 20 likes, which is my second most viewed channel, a brand new channel. And your support, your likes and shares and comments really gives me the motivation to come out and do more videos and add more Bills content to our ecosystem. Okay, Bills Mafia, you phenomenal Bills fans. I'm Brandon Meister, and I am out of here. Go Bills!